for you.
Yeah.
So, Waco Siege type shit. Yeah.
We were sneaking around in the cult, but nothing physical, because obviously that's like hella bad. And then I left. I got into college. I went to college for business and accounting, but I never finished my degree because I got freaked out by the debt. So I dropped out. And then I went back to college for surgical assisting. I was a surgical assistant for 4 years, and I left after COVID, didn't want the job, that type of stuff. And I started doing in-home CNA for patients. So that's what I do now, as well as the apparel modeling and modeling for like trade shows and expos. Okay. He left a year after I did, and we just kind of picked up where we like. I mean, I went to lunch and stuff with guys, but it just, I don't know. Like,
so it hasn't been 5 years.
Off.
Hasn't been 5 years on like continuous. It was like
so we were doing kind of long distance for a year. So it's been like, this is year 5 for us, like living together.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What about you?
Hi, my name's Natalie.
How old are you, Natalie?
I am 29.
Okay, where are you from?
I am originally from California, Central Valley.
Cool. What do you do for work?
I am a model, actress, comedian, content creator.
You said you're a model?
Yes.
What kind of content do you make?
I do a lot of weed stuff.
Okay, so it's not OnlyFans?
Cannabis. I do have an OnlyFans.
You do have an OnlyFans?
Well.
Okay. And then highest education level completed?
I didn't finish college, but I went to a vocational school, a trade school.
Okay. What did you get your trade in?
I was a nail tech for 10 years.
Okay. And then relationship status?
I am in a relationship.
How long have you been together?
It's only been a few months. It's only been a few months.
I mean, you've only heard like 10 other girls go before you.
When we're together, we lose time.
Like 6 months. Like 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I had to count. It hasn't been a whole year yet. Like, you know.
All right, 6 months. All right, what about you?
Hi, I go by Summer. I'm 28 years old. I'm originally from San Diego, California. I got my associates in biological sciences, dropped out before biochemistry master's or bachelor's, whatever. But
relationship status?
I am taken.
Okay, and what do you do for work?
I am a dancer. I own a food truck. I'm also TV entertainment personality.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Tell us what show.
It's the brand new show on Paramount Plus called Strip. Right now it's out in the UK, and it's going to be coming out in the US.
Which I may or may not have a cameo in.
That's what I was actually going to ask is, were you like a stripper? But okay, fair enough.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then how long y'all been together?
6 months.
Okay.
Hey, does your food truck ever sit outside the strip club that you work at?
They did tell me I can bring it over there. And
that would be the most ingenious vertical integration I've ever heard in my entire life.
What kind of food?
Thank you. It's Hawaiian shaved ice. So it's really good for the summertime, but we just shut it down for October.
And guys, to get your super chat on the show, it's fnfsuperchat.com or your Rumble rants.
Quite a few just came in as well.
Yeah, we'll read it. We'll read them through the phone.
You can do it on my channel,
or on Rollo's. So,
either or.
But yeah, either or works. But yeah, guys, fnfsuperchat.com or super chat through Rollo's channel or Mike's. We're multi-streaming it right now, but in probably about 40 minutes, we're killing it. Just go to YouTube and Rumble.
And last but not least.
So, yes, gentlemen, go ahead.
Oh, how you doing, guys? My name is Michael Sartain. I'm a cat dilf. I rescue animals. I have a podcast that pisses a lot of people off because I tell people numbers that really, really make them angry because apparently people don't like math. And I do Access Vegas with Rollo.
We do this crazy show in Las Vegas, don't we?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rollo Tomasi, the author of the multi-international best-selling book, The Rational Male, who will soon be in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, very soon. And we do this little show called Access Vegas. Oh, by the way, I also go by That Red Pill Guy, too. I answer to That Red Pill Guy.
Okay.
So just those Red Pill guys, yeah, that's who they're talking about.
Andy's a rocker.
Yes. I try. I do my best.
Okay, so kicking off with the first question here, ladies. So most of us have been on dates already. Of course, we're a bit older, been on multiple dates. But what disqualifies a guy for you on a date? For example, it could be hygiene, it could be how he looks. What's the disqualifier for you on a first date? I guess we'll start right here.
Absolutely, it's going to be your hygiene. You have to know how to brush your teeth, kind of wipe your own ass, right? Things of that sort. Things I shouldn't have to tell you need to do, right? Okay.
All right, what about you?
Have you encountered many men who don't know how to wipe their ass?
Wait, how'd you find out, though?
When I do their laundry.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, girl.
Thanks, Mom.
If you give them enough GHB, they just poop on themselves. Isn't that right? Is that what you told me? Is that what you told me, Summer? Summer?
What about you?
Hygiene is a big one for me. Too.
Rose, give her that
Okay.
mic, and Summer, take that mic.
All right.
Okay, when you say hygiene, can you tell us an example
Specific.
from a date?
Yeah, like brush your teeth, please. Always brush your teeth before.
What if they
you go
smell
on a
like weed?
date.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I don't mind that.
Okay. What about you?
So for me, I think it would be like poor communication skills and social skills. Like, how does he communicate with his peers and other people? Like,
But how would you get to know that if you don't go on a first date with him?
well, I've been on a first date with someone with poor communication skills.
Yeah, but you won't know until you're on the date with them, right?
Yeah, true. Okay.
So what disqualifies them from the first date then? We can come back to you. What about you?
Question: Are we already on the first date? It's
No, like you're not even gonna give him a chance.
Yeah,
Okay,
at all.
copy.
Oh.
Oh, that's hard because I usually. Okay.
He can only squat 4 plates.
Yeah, like what's an automatic disqualifier? That first thing that comes to mind.
Sometimes if they're a little too sexual at first, without. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the same. If he tries to kiss you.
And sexual with a little bit of like too much, like being demanding, a little bit like disrespect.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about you?
If he tries to kiss you, like, no.
That would imply
But,
you're on the
they
first.
usually want to. And
But wait.
and
That implies that you're on the first date already. We're talking about before.
yeah,
you,
no. In a first date, they will like try to.
No,
like,
No,
So-
before the first date.
Let's,
Before the
let's
first date.
clarify. Before you even get on the
Talking stage.
date, the guy won't actually
Oh,
on the
they-
date.
they-
How do you
okay,
just say no? Disqualified. Not even going on a date at all.
Yeah, I mean, if they start asking about like your friends, like, oh, can you bring a friend?
Okay.
Then you'll be like, bye.
Okay.
So bringing 2 girls.
They
okay.
usually always do.
Yeah.
Talk
Damn.
about their friends.
They tell you to bring a friend.
Yeah. Oh, can you bring friends?
That says a
Now
lot
hold
about
on,
you.
hold on, but hold on. That is it to bring a friend so that they can bring a friend too, and it's a double date, or bring a friend so he could take you and your friend out.
Maybe. But, you know, guys try to just
Which one is it
ask
though?
that. Whichever one.
You
It could
try
be,
to have
I
a
mean, I
threesome.
don't really go on first dates like that. Like, I don't do blind dates, but I think if it was like that, usually, like, guys, when you're texting and stuff, and they're like, oh, and you have friends or something like that, and it's like, that's it. You just stop talking to them.
Okay. All right.
Hey, lady, I have a question. What about if he doesn't like it when you rip his shirt off in the middle of a
Okay,
nightclub?
you have to bring that up. I don't do that anymore.
What about
you?
you?
Just
I was
biting?
like,
What about biting random people
sorry,
in a
I
nightclub?
was a little wild.
Dude,
different.
she used to, it was famous. She'd go out in the clubs, just rip dudes' shirts off and just fucking run. It was a
I
lot.
had like this willpower. Before, it was like,
That's hilarious.
Bro, that's crazy.
Can you imagine?
it was amazing.
I would pay to see
And I
that.
always used to pick the ones that had the most expensive shirts.
You be in jail.
Oops.
As a
Funny
guy.
thing is, that's not a date. That's not a deal breaker for the guys.
yeah, they'll be like, please, but no, they like it.
Wow.
All right. What about you?
So immediate disqualifiers.
Yeah.
Looking on a dating app at someone, it's going to be image based most likely. So it's going to be someone who's either really out of shape or someone who has, you know, a lot of balding going on, and someone who probably doesn't have, you don't have to have a ton of swag, but if you don't know how to dress yourself, you look like you haven't left your mom's house in several years, it's a disqualifier.
What if he supports
That's what I was going to say.
Trudeau?
Is physical fitness is
Oh,
probably
well,
what it is.
if
for
he
me.
supports Trudeau, he's immediately out. I'm Canadian, so
Yeah,
that's
that's okay. If he supports Trudeau. That's
So-
it.
Oh, so actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You know, if someone, so I don't like to paint a broad stroke over all people because I think some people, you know, might have certain things that are stronger in some aspects. And so if someone was a liberal, hypothetically, I'm not, but, and they were really strong in other areas, for example, they're really successful or really high achievers or very good looking, potentially I'd give them a chance. So I wouldn't say that's an immediate disqualifier. It's not a green flag. But yeah, image based, and then in person, it just made me think. I was walking my dog the other day.
Well, hold on. This is just the first
Yeah,
disqualifier.
okay.
What about you?
For me, it would have to be like overly bragging about themselves.
In their
talking-
bio?
Yeah, or even when you're communicating with them and
Text,
it's
phone
just
call.
Always,
Try hard.
Yeah, it's always about just them and
Thirsty.
their story.
Being a porn star, do you get that like a lot?
I do. I do. Well, it's, you know,
They want to prove to
they
you
want to prove that they're
that
guy.
okay,
No.
understandable.
Okay. What about you?
I think that personality is a big thing. Like if they come across way too strong, that's kind of a big withdrawal.
Describe strong. What
Like
do you mean by that?
just over excited to talk to you and try to take you out and stuff like that.
All right. Too much
aggressive.
interest. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
No sense of humor.
No sense of humor. Okay. So what are you gonna like if you make a joke and they don't like laugh or something like that? Is that
No,
what you mean?
they
Or
need to make jokes.
They need to make the jokes.
I like
they need to
when they're
entertain you.
You're a comedian, right?
Yeah, so I need to laugh too.
Are you funny?
Sometimes. Depends on the person. Some people think I'm funny. Some people think I don't. I'm not.
Okay. What about you?
I'd say basic, bad grammar, too skinny, a gang of kids, and how many women they follow in their follow list.
Damn.
Ooh.
Okay. Bad grammar, kids, and follow ratio.
That's a wide spectrum.
Yeah.
Rolo and Sartain, real quick. What are them for you? Disqualifiers.
Disqualifier for me would be just like sort of. It's so funny because it's like the girls I'm friends with are exactly the girls I would never fucking date. Like I love them; they're hilarious. I love having them on my show. They make a great show. Yeah. But just like full of fucking red flags, like bragging about like levels of independence and a necessity to not need a man at all. Being independent is fine, but it's just like one of these things where like men are useless or something like that, or just basically when you have a conversation with them about like, hey, you're more likely to cheat if you fuck more guys before you got married, and they disagree, they start yelling at you because of like that type of shit. I think that's a huge disqualifier. Just they don't bring any peace.
All right, Rolo.
She's overweight.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
No, I mean, as far as because
Physical fitness.
Well, I think it's funny because like
That's a big one for me.
people always say, "Oh, you can't judge a book by its cover," but it's like, yeah, but you've got to see what the cover is, right? So,
Right.
I mean, I hate to say, but I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
You can judge its caloric intake by the cover.
exactly.
That
I
tells a
mean,
lot about
because it
the
says a
lifestyle.
lot about your habits too. Like if you're in shape, that tells me that you like have some sort of dedication and perseverance. Because I mean, especially today, it's like 75% of the population is overweight. So,
All right. I got a question for the ladies.
Real quick, she didn't answer.
So I would say at first glance,
she said fitness, too.
Physical fitness. I mean, are you going to be healthy? Are you going to live long? Are you going to protect me?
you just like me.
Yeah.
Okay. We can start here and then work our way
Okay.
back.
Still my answer.
You got me.
Assuming the guy checks all your boxes and he's attractive, and you would see yourself going on a first date with him, does it matter where he takes you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think you're representing what you're going to be in the long run. I don't do like the coffee date. I don't like dates that are basic, unimaginative. You don't have to take me to, you know what I mean? You don't have to take me to the most expensive restaurant, but you should think about it. I don't like a man that looks like he's just playing numbers.
Okay.
Like, you know.
Assuming you
So
find the guy
Chili's
attractive.
is okay.
Say again?
Applebee's, Chili's.
Oh, I hate Applebee's. I hate Applebee's.
Assuming you, for
I could
you
never.
then, assuming you like the guy and he checks your boxes, he's funny, he's witty, he's charismatic, and all these things in conversation,
Okay.
doesn't matter where he takes you on the first date.
Yes.
Okay, why?
Well, if you're talking like restaurant wise, no, not necessarily. But I just don't like to be like hanging out in the front seat of a fucking car.
Okay, assuming it's not him telling you to come over to his house or
Yeah.
let's hang out,
Nothing sketchy, just
doing something
Eh.
strange that puts you in a safety
To be
situation.
completely honest, not really.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, let me make sure I add that caveat. If he's attractive and you find everything about him to be up to standard, etc., and he invites you on a date and it's nothing weird where your safety is at risk, doesn't matter where he takes you.
I definitely don't think it does.
Okay. What about you?
I do.
Okay, why does it matter?
I like an adventure and I like something, exciting.
Okay. All right, what about you?
So it's not a deal breaker, but I'm taking notes. For example, I had that exact situation happen a few weeks ago. A great guy took me to Benihana, which was fun and cute, not super expensive, and it was not a deal breaker. But it told me a little bit, I think, about maybe his socioeconomic status or his level of investment in me or what kind of, restaurants he likes to frequent. And that indicates to me lifestyle compatibility. So it's not a deal breaker, but I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you bougie, huh?
Sorry?
You're bougie.
I mean, matchmaker, so you understand the male perspective. Wouldn't it be fair to say that a lot of women go out for certain experiences and that's a screening tactic to get rid of women that are there just for an experience versus to get to know the guy?
I certainly, from a man's perspective, could see that. If a man does not want a gold digger, he might test her that way.
Yeah.
But from a woman's perspective, it's a test too, because I want to see how much you want to impress me as a man.
I don't think men think that deeply. I don't think.
More simple than
No, I don't
They
think
will
they.
try their best.
Yeah, I don't think they think that deeply. Let me do this to screen her. They're looking for the majority are looking for the fastest way to the vagina. I don't think they're thinking, well, let me do this and see how. They're hoping that she likes them no matter what he does.
But
that's what they're hoping.
Benihana's is expensive to some guys.
I'm not suggesting
spend
that
a lot.
men
Very
are
interesting.
testing women. I'm just saying if that's the case, for myself,
So it's not a disqualifier. You'll go out, but you're going to be observing what goes on.
I'm taking notes. And I
Okay.
also look at it holistically. You know, if that's the best that they can do and I see potential in them and they're ambitious, maybe I will give them a chance.
Interesting.
Okay.
I disagree with you on that point because the guys that women want are going to absolutely employ that test that you don't think is a test, but that's fine.
No, the women will. I'm saying the men.
No, I'm talking
I
about
don't
the
think-
guys will employ the test where they take her to somewhere that isn't necessarily as expensive or luxurious to see how she responds.
What tax bracket is he in, though? Because I think a regular average, no, I'm serious, a regular average working guy will ask, hey, let's do coffee, and he's hoping that she likes him
But
enough.
that's why I qualified it by saying the men that are attractive that women want, that have the net worth and the status, a lot of the times they'll test women by taking them somewhere that isn't expensive to see how they react.
Well, that I agree with. If he's in a certain tax bracket, I'm talking about the guy.
But you'll never
that-
know. You'll disqualify that guy, and you'll be like, "Oh, he tried to offer me the coffee. I'm not going." And then, bam,
Well,
it's
I've been
opportunity.
lucky enough to date guys that don't play games. That's a game.
That's not a game.
You know, it's a game. It's literally a game. It's the definition of a game. It's literally a game.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that women are the ones that play the game because the man has to attract her to some degree for the game to even begin?
I would say that women play a lot more games than men. Yes, but that's a game. Like
So-
let me hide. You know, I date guys that are like, this is what I'm worth. This is what I'm coming with. Either you like it or you
I
don't.
feel
And
like
if you
it's
don't,
more
you
of a
don't.
self-preservation tactic than a game. Like
Mhm.
maybe he's protecting himself from being taken advantage of or used for the wrong reasons.
No,
I
but
mean, I don't
what's the point of a date, though?
Again, I asked, what's the
I don't
tax
know.
bracket?
To get to
Because
know
men of means are not going to play this game.
It's
They're
not a
just
game.
not.
Benny
In my
Hanna is
opinion.
fucking awesome.
Like, yeah,
I love Benny Hanna.
Benny Hanna is great.
I hate Benny
I don't even know what it is,
I hate
honestly.
Benny
I've
Hanna.
never heard of it.
So-
I hate Benny Hanna.
I like Mastro's better, but Benny Hanna's
Sure,
great.
right?
To me, it's a
Hold on,
chain
Look,
restaurant.
guys,
right?
guys, one microphone at a time, because anytime you're speaking and there's other people speaking, it hurts the quality of the show, and the audience gets really annoyed. So if someone's speaking, please be quiet. What were you
So
saying?
real quick, a date. What's the point of a date?
To get to know the person.
So is that a game?
No, it's not a game. It doesn't have to be a game. I'm
You said
saying
it's a
someone
game.
that said, listen, no, I didn't say it's a game. I said someone that's pretending to be something they're not to test you, that is a game. That's like me